Speaking of stand-up guys, Enrique joining us
Sorry
backstage.
if I sound a little hoarse.
Hoarse.
Mr. Mac.
No, I'm sorry. It's all good. We got a lot of people watching you at home that couldn't make Jingle Ball.
Oh, is this live?
Yes.
It's live.
Perfect.
About 30,000
Especially about
people.
the penis comment.
Yeah.
Anything you want to say to them back at home
Oh,
that are
just,
watching that couldn't make it?
Hey guys, how you doing? It's pretty cold in here.
Freezing.
It is cold.
Freezing.
That's the thing about Miami, you know, and actually South here in Florida. Every time it can be pretty hot outside, but then the AC is full blast.
Yeah.
Because we
That's why you
keep
start sounding
the
like
AC
this.
at like 62 degrees in Miami. That's pretty much it, right?
Yeah.
Dude, you're always like in shape. Every time I see you, you're always in shape. You're always, do you have a guilty?
What type of shape?
No, I'm just saying. Well, it depends on like what hour of the day I'm seeing you. But you're always fit, man. I mean, do you ever go crazy on like a certain food? Do you have a guilty food?
And lately I've been eating so much junk food in the studio.
Enrique's
But
pregnant.
I actually have I'm lucky when
Starting
it comes down to
rumors.
my metabolism. But whenever I do have to, as you get older, you do have to watch a little more what you eat. I gotta be honest. Before I used to go a lot more through the drive-through. Now, if I go through the drive-through too many times a week, you start to notice the gut
just
fat.
coming out.
We know
All right.
all about that.
Yeah, yes, sir. All right. You mentioned being in
You
the
can still be
studio.
skinny and have a pretty big beer belly.
And a belly, yes,
Yeah,
true.
like me. You haven't seen me naked. Trust me, I got a belly.
There's a lot of ladies at home that want to see you naked. Just saying. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of ladies out there with bad taste. They want to see me naked.
Let me ask you this. You mentioned you're working in the studio, new records. I heard.
Which I gotta
some
play you
rumors.
some stuff.
I know, which I want to hear. A good friend of mine told me that you were in the studio the other day working on some things.
Who's a good friend of yours?
Ben Willis. Yeah, told me.
You know
yeah,
Ben.
I know
Cool,
Ben.
cool,
So
cool.
the whole indie pop crew.
Hmm.
I didn't want to blow it up like that, but I heard the records are amazing.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, I've been working. The thing is that you never know in the studio. You're kind of like it's. I know I say this a lot, but it's kind of like going fishing, and you never really know when you're gonna catch a big one. You write as many songs as possible. Some are good, some are bad, but you get to the really, really good ones, the ones that make you feel like, okay, this is the one. This is the one that I'm willing to, get on a plane and travel around the world and do a million interviews and sing it a billion times.
Right.
Those are the difficult ones. Those are what I call like the miracle songs, and it's not easy to.
But you've had a lot of miracle songs. That's
Dude,
the crazy thing.
I've also had a lot of flops. that's what probably you don't realize, which I'm sure you do, because you work at radio, so it's tough, man. It's tough to make a song connect with your fans. I mean, not so much with your fans, with people that are not your fans.
Okay.
It's one of those things that you can't really plan. You go with your gut. Sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong.
Okay. All right. Now, speaking to those records, I mean, are they like Finally Found You? Are they way different? Are they
No,
like
they're kind of different.
Kind of different.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're
That's
very,
the
very
sound.
different.
Okay.
I gotta
Alright.
say that it's kind of like they are. I'm trying to find. I don't want to say it sounds so cliche to say a new sound, but kind of change it up a little bit for me. I don't. I've come out with so many albums, and I want to make sure that if I come out with an album, it sounds new, at least to me. And it's exciting, and in order for me to do that, it just can't sound like what I put out, a few months ago or a year ago.
Okay. Now, not to get off track with music, but somebody told me you're remodeling your house or building a new house. Is that true?
I did. Actually, I got a new chandelier that I put in the living room.
Chandelier.
Okay. New chandelier.
And I got some new rugs.
Okay. All right. I was just curious, like if you remodel. No, I'm serious. Like if you
What has
remodel your
happened here?
bathroom,
Yeah.
How many people can you fit in your shower?
And I got a little bonsai tree that I put.
Ladies want to know how many people can you fit in the shower? How many fans?
Actually, my house, it's not a big house. It's a 3-bedroom house. My girlfriend she's I don't know how she sleeps, because I got a little studio next to my bedroom, and I'm always pumping music. I'm always writing songs in there, and that's one thing that it's so. I don't want to say it's so small. It's not big enough to pump music and not hear it. So whenever I pump the music late at night, like at 4 a.m., 5 a.m.,
Right.
I wake up the whole house.
Now, how comfortable was the relationship? Did you fart in front of her first, or she fart in front of you first?
Let me. Yo, you gotta ask her
Come
that
on,
question.
Be honest. Okay. all
No,
right.
because if
about
I'm honest, she
chandeliers
might
and farts?
she might kick my butt if I'm honest with that.
I will give Enrique a Mac and I hat. I will give him a
You
Mac
do.
and I hat.
It's tough. That's a tough one, right?
That's a tough one. Because
That's
how do you wait? And you say you have a 3-bedroom house, so everything's close, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, hey, man, I mean, you keep the door open when you're going.
Yeah, and more than farting, I think it's the first time you go to the bathroom and
right
you
in front of somebody.
Yeah, it's kind of awkward.
and you lay that
That's
big one.
love right there.
Big one.
You lay that big one where you know you're like, oh my God, you're trying.
By the way, the new single's called The Big One. Just letting you know.
The big
Know
one.
what it's about.
Lay the big one.
Okay, lay the big one. Lay the big one. Our friends at GossipCenter.com wanted to know if you could ask Santa for one thing this year, what would it be?
Health. And I know it sounds cliche too, but you know what? If you're not healthy, you cannot travel, you cannot work,
Okay, sure.
and that's one thing.
All right, and if you could, what would you tell 18-year-old Enrique?
I would tell an 18-year-old to.
You go back in time, 18-year-old Enrique. You're giving him advice. Don't go to Cancun.
Don't go to. No, you can go to Cancun. Just make sure you don't take too much ecstasy. Make sure you don't do. Make sure you don't do a lot of drugs. Make sure if you have sex, make sure it's safe. And
There's a lot of things you would tell 18-year-old.
No, I know,
Enrique.
but I mean, when you get too drunk,
Okay, got it.
and just and watch a Hangover,
There you go.
so you
All
can
right.
learn.
Deal. Done deal. Enrique, thank you so much. Anything else you want to say to your fans that are watching at home,
Just
man?
thanks for all the support. Thank you guys for everything. I love being in the car here in Miami and just listening to my songs on the radio. I know it sounds a little bit crazy, but there's no better feeling than that. You know, it's really cool.
My man
So thank you so
Enrique.
much for
we
playing
love
them.
you, man. Thank you so much for stopping by.
If you don't play, I'm gonna call you guys. I'm like, yo, play, please.